the past couple of days, I have listened to Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us album. Is Drake done after that? Ooh. The difference is, and we talked about this once before, but now your neighbors are white, Hispanic, or whatever they are. They don't look out for our kids like Big Mama and Miss Mary
yeah.
and Miss Adams and all these people. They don't look out for your kids like they did. If Miss Adams saw you down the street fucking up, you got your ass whooped by Miss Adams.
Yeah.
She called your grandma, I called my grandma,
yeah.
and told my grandma, hey, he down here fucking up, I beat his ass, get him when he get down there.
Yeah.
Two dudes pulled up in the car, put us in the car with guns. The same shit I stole from somebody, they stole from me.
Yeah, dang.
Not only that, these motherfuckers was pedophiles. One of them wanted to actually try to rape us.
What?
Yeah. What's up? We're back again. It's your boy Pop, and Big Stick Energy is another week in the books that we're doing right now. Before we go on, before I start, I got to shout out to the sponsors, which is Brock Brand. Go get your Brock Brand right now on brockbrand.com. As you can see, I'm representing Brock Brand today. Got my Brock Brand socks on. If you want some nice gear, nice shirts, nice clothes, things like that, go to brockbrand.com. Also, Quad Houston, brought to you by Quad Houston, the #1 spot in Houston right now. And if you want good food, good drinks, good people, it's all good here at Quad Houston. And also the Den Cigar Lounge, where you can get a nice stick, good conversation, and chill out with some good people, which I got some good people with me right now. And I thank everybody for being out today. We got a lot of stuff to cover today. A lot. So, Brady Barb, you back. You missed it. Yeah, I did.
You dig me.
What's going on, man?
Man, I'm kicking but not high, talking and telling no lies, flapping and it can't fly. You did.
Hey, so last week you wasn't here.
Yeah.
And Nene did a hell of a job. She filled in for you. Yeah, yeah.
I'm proud of her.
Yeah, she filled in
go,
for you.
Nene.
So I had to bring her back.
That's real.
You know, we Ramley, that's my girl. We Ramley, man. We Cashmere Rams man. All day. So I had to bring her back. And
good energy.
Really good energy.
Big stick energy. You did.
I don't know about that, but
okay.
But yeah, we brought Nate back.
That's real.
We're gonna bring Nate back some more if you don't mind.
Man, shit. Why would I mind?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I want her to be here. Come on, we want this all love.
You know, we gotta have some funny segments in this shit. You know, and that's I know both of y'all are professional comedians.
Yeah.
That's what y'all do. So we're gonna introduce each other, going all the way around. Brady Barb, you can start right now, and then keep it going to Nate, and we're gonna keep it going all the way back around this way.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Y'all already know what it is, man. It's 10 toes down to the ground over here with me, man. You heard me, right? Say it with me. You heard me, right?
You heard me.
You heard me, right?
You heard me.
I'm comedian Brady Barb, but the ladies call me handsome with my black ass. Say it with your black ass. Handsome with your black ass. You know what I'm saying? And I got insurance on my teeth.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
But I ain't telling no grown man he handsome, though. But let's go, Nate. Nate, you got a mic?
I do have a mic. Okay, yeah. So, my name is Natalia, also known as Nene from, if you hear Nene, they either know me from the hood or from high school. That's a good old hood nickname. But my government name is Natalia. I am also a comedian from Houston. Lived in New York for a while, did a little something out there. So I'm back trying to bring the funny to the hood.
What high school you went to?
The Cashmere Senior High School at 6900 Wallyville, Houston, Texas, 77026. we're still open and we're thriving and we're doing well. Thank you for asking.
Oh,
Hey, man.
Thank you.
Don't disrespect the K-Rams, baby. Don't disrespect that, baby.
Listen, we fight.
We Ramley for life,
Yeah, we
baby.
fight.
Ramley for life over here. All right, let's go on.
Well, hello, everybody. I ducked off for a little while, but this is Shanine, a.k.a. Slim. I'm locked in. I'm excited to be back, and amongst a couple of new faces, but I'm ready to go. Let's go.
Cool. In the back there.
Hi, everybody. My name is Arthur Lee.
I gotta hear you, baby. I gotta hear you
Can
up
you
here.
hear me now?
I can hear you now.
I'm Arthur Lee. How y'all doing? I'm new to the set. I was just introduced to the Den a couple of weeks ago, and I've been making it my little hangout spot. I'm new to the broadcast. What is this? The podcast? I'm new to the podcast.
Big Stick Energy.
Big Stick Energy. I came last week and they had a very interesting topic. They told me what they was going to talk about this week. So I thought that it would be a good time for me to join. So again, my name is Arthur Lee. Born and raised in Hiram Clark.
Uh-oh. The clock.
You want her to look in the camera? Oh, we got a new camera, so it's
Well,
right
shout
there.
out to the camera.
Shout out to the new camera right
I'm a
there.
product from Fort Bend and HISD. So I went to Madison, graduated from Ruler Ridge.
Uh-oh.
PV.
All right, who we got next? We got a
Southside.
newcomer.
My name is Clint Walker. I've been to the Den a couple of times. They call me Mr. Palencia, if I can say the name right on the cigar. But, you know, it seems like it's going to be a fun time, so I'm ready to get into it.
Cool. What we got? Let's go, Lee.
Oh, okay. I'm Lee, Fifth Ward proud. I'm glad to be here. Just thankful for the opportunity. You can find me at Man Muscle and Ministry on Instagram.
Terrence the Man, Shane Thirlwell, proud. Herm Clark Braun, you know what I'm saying? Graduated from Madison High School myself, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Clark. Oh,
Hey, man, hold on. Stop all that damn shit. I just fucking with you.
Oh.
I gotta fuck with Terrence all the time. Terrence is my guy. He a little late every once in a while. Well, all the time. Took this motherfucker 2 hours just to find a parking spot, and there's a parking spot right across the street. He always doing something. Yeah, Amsterdam waiting on you too, man. This the only nigga that gonna bring a bottle of Amsterdam
yeah.
in here. Yeah, we damn near banned his ass from in here for buying a bottle of Amsterdam. But that's all right. We let him stay because we need a nice pit around here. So, hey, but look, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. And I know last week we had a hip-hop session. And before we go into some real stuff, I want to talk about some of my hip-hop. I want to just finish this out, and then we'll come back to it another time, another day, not now, not, you know. But this is the last thing I want to say about this. So, the past couple of days, I have listened to Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us album. I got a question for everybody. If you've been following that, is Drake done after that?
Ooh.
Because what I'm saying is Kendrick. So you gotta understand, if you don't know Kendrick Lamar is probably one of the most intelligent rappers that ever came out. And to battle somebody with that IQ, I mean, you're gonna lose. I'm sorry, you're gonna lose because what the shit he was saying was over a lot of people's head. But you gotta be one of them type of people to go back.
Wow.
Let me hear that shit again. What did he just say?
Wow.
Is Drake done? Anybody?
I don't think he's done. Kendrick Lamar is on the level of KRS-One. So if anybody, listen to rap and understand lyrical rap and battling, Kendrick Lamar is very intelligent. Drake has a lot of fans because he's just well liked. He's not a lyricist.
He light skinned, that's why.
Because he's light skinned.
He's a lyricist.
Because he's light
I'm
skinned.
just serious.
He's a lyricist. Kendrick Lamar is a lyricist, and he's, like you said, he's very intelligent.
Very intelligent.
So people are probably going to be against him because they don't understand what he's talking about. And he was calling Drake out because Drake shifted his rap, and he shifted who he is as a person. And a lot of people think that he's following the trends now, and he's not being his authentic self. So he's not done, but.
So let me ask a question. Do you think Drake is for the culture?
Yes.
You think so?
I think so. I think he is. He's for this culture, for these kids.
I don't. Anybody want to rebuttal that?
Well, me personally, I don't think Drake is more from the culture of acting because he came from a show called Degrassi from a long, long time ago. So
Ain't that Disney or something?
Yes, Drake
okay,
is
he's a Disney guy.
Disney guy. So Drake came from that type of background. So he had a lot of like young followers and things like that. So when he first started out rapping, that's the crowd that he had to follow him on through. But as far as like lyrically, no, not Drake, because Drake likes to go back and use like other rappers' lines and put them in his own music, and that's it. Yeah.
So what I'm saying, all I'm saying is
He stole from
what you was about to say.
He stole from Soulja Boy. He took Soulja Boy all this little, like Jay-Z did Biggie. You did. Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is, Kendrick. We know Kendrick is all about the culture.
Yeah.
Drake, to me, and I have no problem with Drake, but to me, he's riding a wave.
Okay.
He's
When you say it
rolled
like
that
that, I
right.
agree.
He's
Okay.
he's
I
rolled
agree.
that wave. Now he's getting exposed. Now he's getting exposed. And
Are you gonna be on?
no, because I'm not even listening to him. Because hold on, listen. If he wanted to talk,
Yeah,
he'd have got his ass over here and sat down. But he gonna talk from the sideline.
Yeah.
We're not even listening to him. We're not listening to him because he's on the sideline.
Say, you remember
That's
back
that
in the day,
nigga shit, huh, Pop?
Yeah, that's that nigga shit.
you remember back.
They don't like us.
Hey.
Yeah, what's up?
You remember back in the day, it was this place called the Plantation, and
Yeah.
then closer to the house, it'd be them type of who,
Them
guy.
type of colored guys.
and they be closer to the house.
Well, the light skinned color guys.
Oh,
I know what
I-
you're talking
you
about.
said it, I
I know what
didn't.
you're talking about. Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on. Hold on now.
Ain't nobody in here light skinned.
Hold on. Say. Hey,
So,
let's.
the farther we got closer to the field, that's who you seen. So Kendrick Lamar is a field guy.
That ain't true, man.
He's a field guy.
Y'all seen Django?
Oh, we see it every time.
I saw some of y'all in the house, Steven.
Yeah.
Who that nigga on that nad?
Now you taking it the wrong way with your black ass.
I ain't taking it the wrong way, man.
I'm a comedian, so you got to take it the way
know
I
it.
give it. You feel me?
You gave it bright guys in the house.
So hold on, listen, because I want to end that because we're gonna go on to some more stuff. I want to end that. Only reason why I brought that up because the past few days I just been listening to the music and listening to the lyrics of what he's been saying, and we talked about hip hop the past couple of weeks. Now, there have been rappers who have counseled other rappers' career.
Yeah.
And, 50 Cent counseled Ja Rule, Ice Cube counseled NWA, LL counseled a whole bunch of motherfuckers.
I was just watching an interview with LL today, and they was talking about how many rappers he counseled. Just
LL counseled a lot of rappers.
A lot of rappers.
So this will be, if this happens to Drake, this will be the biggest fall of any rapper. Because Ja Rule was on top at one time. Way up there. And I didn't even like Murder Inc. shit. I mean, I'm just sorry. I'm just saying. I didn't dig it. It was cool, I guess, for that time. but I never got into Ja Rule. But 50 came out and destroyed this man's whole career. Now this nigga is on Tubi, making Tubi movies.
Ooh.
No offense.
Damn, don't do me like
Ja
that. Damn, I'm Tubi King in here.
Shout out to Tubi.
Shout out to
King,
Tubi.
man.
Shout out to Tubi. I'm talking about Ja Rule. But what I'm saying is, this would be the worst somebody ever got destroyed and brought down.
But he's not though. It's not gonna happen. He gonna bounce back.
Shit, you don't listen to Kendrick? Oh, that's Team Light Skin over there, so he going for Drake. He going for Drake. Anyway. Hey man, I'm gonna say this here. I like all Kendrick albums. All of them. And the nigga is he the realest nigga, young nigga out there right now. Just saying. But what I like about the whole thing that he did the pop up, that he brought
all the people
that he brought not only Dre, but he brought the gangs together of LA.
Yeah, he did.
And if anybody know the culture, anybody know the culture of the gangs, give me 1 second, bro, for real. Give me 1 second. If anybody know the gang culture out there, one day is good enough to cease fire out there.
Yeah,
the way they do
day.
it.
Yeah.
And that's a huge deal, and that's a huge step in the right direction of trying to get everybody to come together. Nipsey tried it, and we know what happened with all of that. And what I'm saying is that leads us to what we're gonna talk about tonight, because gang violence starts young. A lot of shit starts young to get guys and get black men to where they at in life. Mm-hmm. Some black men are not, some young boys are not mentally strong enough to handle peer pressure like gangs, drugs, or whatever. Some of them not. Some of us are. Some of us, it takes a while to realize that ain't the route that we want to go. And quick story, even for myself in my life, where I grew up at, I hung around older guys as I grew up. Now, I saw what they was doing. They was robbing. They was kicking doors in. They was robbing people, all that shit. So, guess what? My young, dumb black ass thought I could do the same. And I did, until I got robbed. And at that point, I felt like, shit, this ain't for me.
Yeah.
This ain't the life I want to live. When you got a fucking gun to your head, everything flashes in front of your eyes. Not only that, and I've told some people this story before. When I did get robbed, it was me and a friend of mine. We was walking home from school, from basketball practice, and two dudes pulled up in the car, put us in the car with guns. As we riding, they robbing us. The same shit I stole from somebody, they stole from me.
Yeah, dang.
Not only that, these motherfuckers was pedophiles. One of them wanted to actually try to rape us.
What?
Yeah. I didn't start crying until he started talking about raping. The whole gun thing, no, for real. The whole gun thing, I'm like, bro, you're gonna have, my life flashed before my eyes when I saw the gun, but I didn't cry until the nigga started saying some raping shit. And at that point, I started crying like, oh, hell no, nigga, you got everything. Yeah. You got everything from me. I was 13. I was 13 at the time. And when he said that, it fucked me up. Now, just so happened, the driver was like, nah, we're going to drop him off right here and keep going. And that was cool.
They were fucking with you.
Man, hey, look.
They were fucking with you.
The gun thing I was fine with. But the raping part?
Booty Warrior.
Man, come on, man. No. But what I'm saying is
They fucking with you, man.
that changed my life and said, I'm not hard.
Hell no.
I don't want to be hard. I don't want to be no gangster. I'm finna just go to school and play ball.
That's right.
That's all I want to do.
That really needed to be said. I'm glad you said that because somebody needs to hear that. It's stuff like that going on right now.
Yeah.
It may be in a different, scenario, but stuff like that is going on right now. So I'm glad you shared that.
Look, you don't understand it till it happened to you. You don't understand it. When you robbing somebody, it's a rush. And it's fun to you until it happened to you. Then when it happened to you, it fucks your mind up. What I'm saying now, and like I said, we're going to lead into what we're going to talk about tonight. I was 13 in the 7th grade. This happened. We got some educators up here, some coaches and teachers and educators, people who deal with kids on a daily basis. The question is, and I want everybody to, even the audience, to understand this here, because we're getting serious with this. Is our school system setting our black brothers up for the prison system? That's the question of the night.
Is it?
That's the question of the night. Is our school system setting our young black brothers up for the penitentiary? Brady Bob, you can go first.
I'm a teacher, so I see it every day. I see it every single day. When I say see it every single day, how you're on a time schedule, you got to be here at a certain time. They don't let you do things that you don't want to do. If they fighting, stuff happens to you. If you get caught, these kids are in school acting like criminals, acting like heathens, acting silly, and the school system is similar to the prison system. You understand? It's similar, just being real. It's similar. The same thing that happens is similar.
I heard a young lady told me this. She said, it's a friend of mine, she's a principal. She said, 3rd grade is where it starts. Yeah. They start testing you to see mentally where you are in the 3rd grade. Anybody got any rebuttals on what we're talking about right now? Because this is some real shit. Yeah. That what needs to be changed. What do we need to do to help try to change our system?
Don't nobody want to be a teacher though. Don't nobody. Everybody can say what they want, but.
And I got something to say after that.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Keep it 100.
Well, to me, it's not the fact that the school system is setting our young men up, young women. I don't believe that the school system is. I believe it starts at home no matter what, because there are too many excuses being made at home for what is going on in today's world. Along with that, along with social media, these children today are getting like phones, tablets, laptops. They're getting that placed in front of them instead of the parental advice and the parental guidance coming from the home. I don't care if you're a single parent, single mom, single dad. They're getting all these devices placed in front of them, so therefore they're seeing what's happening on here, and then the parents are not really like, the discipline starts at home.
Yeah,
It always starts at home, whatever. But then if you're not doing the discipline part at home, I see a lot of these parents sending their children to school for the school to discipline the kid and raise the kid. That's not how it should be. Me personally, I don't think that's how it be, because it's 7 of us. It's 7 of us. It's 6 boys and 1 girl. So the discipline starts at home, not at the school.
So they took our discipline.
So hold on. That's
the reason why.
that's what I'm about. Hold on, I'm about to say that. Everybody in this room, parents have gotten that card when they was a kid.
Yeah.
That said check off on corporal punishment. I know my mama did. She checked off on corporal punishment. I got my ass whooped religiously.
Yeah.
At school, and at home, at church. But here's the difference is, and we talked about this once before. Yeah, we moved out the hood to have a better life for our kids. We did that. But now, your neighbors are white, Hispanic, or whatever they are. They don't look out for our kids like Big Mama and Miss Punch and Miss
Mary.
Miss Mary,
Yeah.
and Miss Adams and all these people up and down, Miss Betty and all these people up and down the street. They don't look out for your kids like they did. So when we grew up, that old saying, a village, it was a village. It was a village. Because everybody up here got their ass whooped by the neighbor. We didn't think it was right, but that's just what it was, and we couldn't say nothing about it because that's just what it was. What you got to say, Eddie?
You know, I agree with my guy back here said, because sometimes they be showing them parents when they be talking to them at the school, and they got a bonnet on their head, they got they house shoes on, and they know their child is undisciplined, and they mad at the school because they trying to help turn them the right way, and they go up there and my son did this, but the teacher, you know, they want to come up with an excuse. When I was in school, my grandma told me, if the teacher ain't putting your life in jeopardy, you do whatever she say.
Yeah.
Then when you get home, tell me, and if I feel like I need to go talk to her. But if you don't do what she say, you gonna get a butt whooping. You know.
I want to send a shout out to my homegirl, Ramley. I'm gonna say her name. She was a principal. She was a principal at Key at this time when she was at Key. Erica P. Carter. Erica made her parents turn their ass around, go back home, and get dressed to come back. She said, nah, you can't talk to me. You can't talk to a teacher. Take that bonnet off, them slides, come back dressed. You don't have principals
That's real.
like that actually give a damn. But you know what they did though, and I don't know. Well, I don't know for sure this is what they did. They took her out of that school and took her back to a white school. That's one of the other problems.
Yeah, they do.
Because when they get a principal to come to these black schools that does the right shit, that changes shit around,
They get through it.
now they doing too much. Let's send them over. Let's send them over to Lamar, or let's send them over to Bel Air. Let's send them somewhere that they ain't got to really just discipline these kids, because honestly, they want them schools to fail.
Exactly.
They want the schools to fail. What you got to say, Nate?
So I'm gonna kind of play devil's advocate for half a second. So I believe we have to stop considering that it's one entity's fault. Yeah, the parents be doing this, that, and the third, but I was a substitute teacher when I was in grad school, and I used to work out of alternative schools. My sister is currently a dean of instruction at an alternative school. I hear the stories. I see that there are parents that be on their kids' ass, but they still decide because of peer pressure or whatever is going on in the school to come and act up. Now, we can sit here and say, oh, well, it's the parents. It starts at home. It starts at home. But then I know my mama didn't play that shit, but I still was skipping school, but I had my backpack on. You understand me? So it's kind of like we have to, and then just even as a people, we have to get out of this one-track mind where it's one problem or one entity that's causing the problems. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The schools are responsible because we put our children in school, giving them, the teachers, 8 hours of our child's day to discipline them, to teach them. That's their job. So even at the point that it does have to carry over and start at home, then it has to be a twofold thing. So we can't sit there and blame, one entity. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Yeah. And then the second thing of it is the alternative schools that I used to work at. I used to do long-term, contracts at these alternative schools. And much like the story you led with, you know what I'm saying? Dude come in there, he was in the 7th, maybe 8th grade. He facing felony charges because he done got caught with pills, syrup, all this other kind of stuff. He laughing, he giggling, he thinking it's cute. Now, I had to pull the OG card on him. And I shut that whole classroom down. When they left out there, I had them whole crying. Because I told them, y'all sitting there thinking this shit is cute. And when I told them how I had a gun to my head, and when I told them how we was running around here, gang, doing all this, I ran with a bunch of dudes.
Wayne Street.
And I ran with a bunch of dudes and, was out there, calling myself being affiliated and fighting and doing all this other kind of stuff. And thank God I still had enough sense and that my mama still was on my ass. My daddy was still on my ass to where I reeled myself back in. It wasn't that my parents were not teaching me right from wrong, but I was just slick with it. You know what I'm saying? So we have to get out of that mindset of trying to blame people. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're just blaming others, you are now part of the problem and not part of the solution. We got to get to that point where we see that this problem with the school to prison pipeline and gangs and just all of the stuff that we deal with that is amplified within our culture. We need to understand that it's not a monolith. The solution and the problems are not a monolith. It's not one thing that's causing all these problems. We have to, realize that eventually.
Yeah, what you said is true. I wasn't saying it was one problem, but I'll tell you what, it's the majority of the problem because, we skip school, but we ain't bring no gun to school. Yeah, we skip school.
I ain't gonna say that, but go ahead.
I had me a pistol.
Nah, well, I'm speaking from me.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
all right,
well, let's do this here then. Let's do this here. We all older. How many times have we heard of someone get killed at a school?
At our schools?
Yeah, when we was.
Oh hell no! You ain't shoot nobody at school.
Yeah.
Well, but school shooters are usually white.
If we had a gun, you didn't know it. At Wheatland. I ain't never seen nobody with no gun.
Well, it was a bunch of guns at Wheatland.
Yeah. Because
we just didn't know. I knew even at Key when I was in middle school, I knew guys that brought guns.
Yeah, for real.
But they wasn't stupid enough to go around flashing it or shoot nobody.
Yeah.
They just had it because at that time when I went to Key was probably one of the worst fucking schools in Houston.
We was terrible.
One of the worst.
It was terrible.
We used to fight against Barbara Jordan, the high school, every fucking year.
Damn sure at the end of the school year, fight high schoolers.
And jump on them.
Like
it wasn't shit. Middle schools.
Yep.
Yeah.
In middle school.
That's that north side. See, that we ain't do shit.
But hold on. But listen though. Listen. You had a high school here and you had a middle school right next to it.
Yeah.
We used to throw milk cartons through their windows.
Like this shit was crazy.
It was crazy.
But it used to happen And I ain't saying I was never a part of it. I said us because it was our school. We did it as a whole. I was never a part of it. I watched the shit. I watched the dude get hit in the head with a brick.
Damn.
We seen this shit. This shit happen every year.
Every year.
But what I'm saying is, though it was, they never pulled out a gun. Although they had guns, they never pulled out a gun and shot nobody.
Yeah.
They never did that. Now, before I got the key, maybe 2 years before, there was a friend of mine that did go to key. He did get shot. They had a fight. He got mistaken identity. Somebody shot him. Going home from school. But it wasn't at school. It started at the school, but it wasn't at school. So what I'm saying is, niggas ain't shoot up the school.
But niggas was shooting.
They'll shoot, but not at the school. That's a white boy gang.
They would shoot up the park. If you
Well,
go to the
yeah.
park when we would meet at the park, they shoot up the park.
So we definitely had a
So,
park right
yeah.
across the street from our school.
That was the thing. Let me just say this about, I'm going to piggyback off of what he was saying regarding parenting. I remember, I'm just going to speak for myself. I have two. My kids knew, don't embarrass me at school. You go to school to learn. Now, if there's a teacher, you got some teachers that, very few, that really don't like their jobs. They were just there for a check or whatever have you. But if a teacher were to call me and they knew that they had done something wrong, I have two different children. I have a quiet one, introverted, and I have one that want to run the class. But she still knew that if I got that call, that I was going to embarrass her. Again, I've mentioned this before. I went up there one time for each of them, and I embarrassed them in front of their friends, and I didn't have to go up there again. But I just feel like you got some parents that's letting their kids just tell them anything. You have to get to the root of what was going on. They don't do that anymore. I'm not saying all, but you got a lot of nationalities in schools now. And they're being followers. They're seeing what other kids are doing, so they feel like that they can do it. So, but if you don't have a parent that's going to go and get in their behind, then it is what it is.
Brady Bob, what you got?
Well, as a teacher, I am that teacher that gets on asses. I was raised from old school teachers, and the parents already know. I call them and talk to them and let them know, listen, I am going to be that teacher that's going to get on a row. I'm going to get on them. And most parents, I have not had a parent to reject me getting on them because they seen how the outcome was of their kid, their behavior, how it has changed. So I'm one of those teachers that's going to get on that ass and going to tell your child, man, pull them damn pants up. Don't come in my classroom with that shit. Sit your ugly ass down. I am that teacher.
That's how you gotta talk to them.
But they love me, man.
Yeah.
Come in there acting like you trash and you don't want to learn. I talk to them that way. When I say, because I had those type of teachers to talk to me that way, and those were the teachers that I love. So I use the same tactics that was used on me, I use on these kids today. When I say I don't have kids skipping my classroom at all, when they come in there, yes, sir. No, sir. I put it on the board. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you come to my classroom, yes, sir. No, sir. Life is hard, but it's fair. You understand? And I tell these kids, listen, man, you're going to have to make a decision. This is my classroom. They pay me thousands of dollars to make sure that you get what I got and more. So I'm one of those teachers that get on asses.
Can I ask a question, though? And I'm gonna talk a little bit more about it. Do you think the kids, like we all grew up in the hood. We moved out the hood. We in nice areas, nice schools, HEB's on the corner, fucking CVS is on the corner. We got everything in our neighborhood. Starbucks. if you got a Starbucks in the neighborhood, you got a nice
You
neighborhood.
can jog at night if you got a
Yeah, because
Starbucks.
Starbucks don't put
Yeah,
they don't
you
put
can
no
jog at
Starbucks in the hood
Yeah.
at all.
They don't.
So, do you think the kids that are out in the suburbs worse than the ones that's inside?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And I'm going to tell you, okay, look, I get a lot of stories from my sister.
Okay.
She started out as an educator. She was a teacher, and she's, matriculated. But she would come home and tell me about the story about these kids. I swear to God, I like to fell out when I heard this little boy holler, Atascocita thugs. I said, if you don't sit your goofy ass down somewhere, there's nothing thuggish about Atascocita in the least, sir. You have a 2-parent home and you have 2,000 square feet that you can have all your rants and your raves in. It ain't nothing thuggish about that at all. So, but they're emulating what they think or what they see to be this thug and, the music and all this other kind of stuff. Some of the stories that I've heard, it's like these kids don't know how good they have it.
The mama and dad is a thug, though.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they retired
Hold
thugs.
on.
They are retired thugs.
Hold
But
on.
then, if you moving
wanna be
out
like
there
us.
and doing all that, you supposed to be trying to tone a little of the thug down so your kids won't, inherit too much of the thug. It's already in their DNA.
So here's what I want to go back to, and I mentioned this before. Your ass didn't grow up in the hood.
Yeah.
Your parents did.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
But you didn't grow up in the hood. Why the fuck is you? What makes you think you hood?
Right.
Because
Grab the mic. Grab the mic.
like I said before, the telephone, the tablet, the computer. That's just what they're watching. And the music, boy.
Man, look. In my high school, when we played ball, we had to wash our own uniforms
Yeah.
for practice.
We did.
Yeah.
We had to wash our own shit.
We didn't even have full uniforms sometimes.
No,
we didn't even have full uniforms.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're
You
saying.
know, we didn't watch. These motherfuckers got coaches washing they practice shit.
I do.
Yeah.
I had to wash that shit.
Go ahead.
They have alternate uniforms,
Yeah, they do.
duplicates
They do.
that they can keep.
Let me tell you something. I know a nigga that his practice pants, football practice pants. He didn't wash his practice pants the whole year.
Them mustache. Ooh.
Nasty than a motherfucker.
Staph infection.
And
That's nasty.
hold on, if anybody know how a football locker room smell,
Yeah.
that is the worst fucking smell
Yeah.
you could ever be around.
Yeah.
And he was a lineman. He was the center. When I say these kids got it made, you go to a school now, you out there in the suburbs, they washing your shit.
Yeah.
Let me tell
Every
you
day.
something, Pop.
Your
Go
pregame
ahead. Go
meal.
ahead.
About our beloved Cashmere High School. My 9th grade year when I was playing basketball, my uniform consisted of a pair of Guess Daisy Dukes that I owned, that I got from a thrift store, and a shirt from 1970s. It had a butterfly collar.
I remember that collar.
You remember them uniforms?
remember the
They still
uniform.
had them. And because there was not enough of regular uniforms, I'm out there shooting threes with a collar flying faster than me.
Yeah.
So, the fact that they even had practice uniforms is a blessing, because I remember my 9th grade year balling in a 1972 jersey and a pair of Daisy Dukes.
Yeah.
So I didn't have that. The coach would bring a box of the jerseys that you just pull out of there and you pull a number. These guys are like, before I play, I need number 21.
Yeah.
I need this, I need that. So they get to request their number and all that. We had to grab out of a grab box.
Man, if
And
I
we
had
to make sure that we, we gave
if I
it
had
back.
my name on the back of my jersey in high school, the name on the
Pop was
back.
our quarterback too.
So-
Nigga got an arm on him.
Pop.
Yeah.
So what I do when I'm dealing with the kids, I have what I call an earn system. Right? Hey man, you can tell me what number you want, but you gotta earn this number. You know what I mean? And I make it so hard for them. Till they almost say, "Damn that number, man! I don't want that number." Right? But it's some that hey, whatever I do, they go through it. All I'm really doing is finding out when there's 2 minutes left in the game, and the game tied, who I could depend on, who not gonna quit on me. Then I also tell them this here. A lot of times in life, we take a little bit and make a lot. That's how we grew up, Pop.
Yeah.
So my daughters, they got a car at 15 when they got their license. Shit. At Westside, they driving brand new cars. I went and got them a used one. So they were complaining about them. So the next morning, I went on, got in it, and drove it. They called, "Daddy, where our car at?" I said, "Shit, y'all ain't got no car no more. Y'all don't like it? I drive it."
Yeah.
Guess what they did? They started driving that
Start driving the hell out of it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take a quick break, and here's what I want to talk about when we come back, because now I watched the video. Marshawn Lynch was coaching some kids, and he taught. He was a coach. We know how coaches are. We've all been coached. If you play ball, we've all been coached before, and we know how coaches are. And I've coached, Eddie coached, Brady coached. We say some things, but it's to get you going. And this parent came back and told, "Hey, my son can't play for you no more because you cuss, you do this, you do that, blah, 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 all that dumbass shit." If that was me, and I know Marshawn did it the right way, I'd have told him, "Man, I don't give a damn. You can take your son wherever you want to take him." The thing is about this, and this is what I want to say. As parents, and I'm saying all of us, not saying us, but all of us as parents right now, we are pussifying our kids. Especially the men, especially the young boys. And we wonder why our little boys come out like Fred Sanford say, like that. We wonder why. This lady couldn't take the constructive criticism in the way this man is teaching your kids, because I'm going to tell you one thing. We're going to get deep off into this after the break. One thing about it, sports, to me, sports is like life.
It is. It is.
Right. That's right.
Because every time we have a game plan, we all practice. And when we practice, we have a game plan on what we're going to do for the game. When that shit don't work, what we do?
Improvise.
We go to the next. All right, that ain't work. So let me see what's going on in my life to make shit better for me. Same thing in sports. We're going to talk about that more. We're going to give it 5 more minutes. We need 5-minute break. 5 or 10. What we got? 5, cool? All right, we're going to take a 5-minute break. We're going to come back into more of that. Sports is life. What your kids going to do? What you going to do with your kids on that shit? All right, we'll be right back. Yo, it's your boy Pop. We are back. Big Stick Energy coming right back at you. Hey, check this out. We are brought to you by Brock Brand. Go get your Brock Brand. online right now, brockbrand.com. Get you some fly gear, get you some shirts, T-shirts, socks, all that. Maybe even some underwear if you need them. I don't even know if they got thongs yet, but they probably coming out with thongs real soon. No, not for you, dog. Not for you. Not for you. Not for you. He talking about, hold on, let me see. But no. But anyway, we are brought to you by Brock Brand, brought to you by Quad Houston. Quad Houston. Good food, good drinks, good people, good music. It's all good at Quad Houston. Also brought to you by the Den Cigar Lounge. The Den Cigar Lounge, come get your good stick, good conversation, nice drink, and enjoy yourself right here. So, we left out, we was talking about sports and life. How sports could prepare you for life. And I said, one of the things about sports, that when you practice all week getting ready for the game time, you get ready for a game, you practice all week, you got a game plan. Now when that game plan fucks up, it don't happen, you got to improvise, you got to do something. Same thing in life. Same thing in life. When life, all of us, well, I know me, I'm speaking on me. This ain't plan A, B, or C for me, what I'm doing. This ain't what I plan on doing for my life. I'm down to plan number double Z, probably. But throughout my life, I had to adjust to what was going on in my life. Same thing in sports. When you're playing football, shit ain't working out right, you gotta adjust yourself to what's going on. Basketball, same way. If the shit ain't working out for you, if the zone ain't working for you, you gotta go to man. If man ain't working for you, you gotta go to 1-3-1. If you know, it's just, that's how life is. And sports teaches you how to be life. And I'm gonna say this a quick thing. Even for instance, my wife never played sports. So when shit get out of whack, she's fucked up because she already planned everything and it ain't working the way she wanted to work. But me, on the other hand, I sit back and I'm chill. It's gonna work out. You just gotta readjust some shit. You gotta readjust the game plan and switch up the game plan. Same thing in life. In sports, you gotta switch the game plan. I'm saying that to say this simple. Does most of us that play sports up here, basically all of us up here, probably one person, he played in the band. But I don't know how band shit work, but I know when you're playing ball, you adjust to what's going on.
Before we get started, I want to shout out Pam. Her birthday is tomorrow.
Oh,
Miss
shit.
Pam, her birthday. That's the silver fox.
Why the hell we didn't start off with that?
Happy birthday,
is tomorrow,
Pam.
and I want to tell you happy birthday.
We need shots. We need to go get. Can you tell them to bring us some shots, please? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About 10 shots of something. 10 shots of something. One brown and just the rest, yeah. Yeah, bring it. Let's bring it. Shout out to Pam. Pam. So let me say this, we're going to get back on subject. Pam is one of our regulars. She's a member. She's like, her and Slim is like the big sisters of the crew. Now, us hard heads, and we bringing Arthur Lee in. Arthur Lee is starting to come around, and she's starting to be a part of it. Us hard heads, we always talk about some dumb shit all the time, starting with Eddie. We always start with, we talk about some dumb shit. Starting with Cunningham. That's right, we're going to start with Cunningham. We always talk about some dumb shit, and they always bring us back down to earth. So that's what we love about both of them. Happy birthday, Pam.
She fine, too.
Silver fine.
Yeah, she fine.
She's
man.
silver fine.
Yeah, she fine.
Silver fine.
I'm single, so I can say what the hell I want. She fine to me.
She got a hump, huh?
Huh?
She got the hump.
If she was 65 and up, she really can get it, but she
65 and up?
Yeah, I
She
like
ain't 60. You like them that old?
Yeah, come on, man.
God damn.
Now I'm just serious. No,
Brady,
I'm just serious.
you just said.
Nah,
All
she all right.
So let me say this, Sil. Arthur Lee haven't touched the mic.
Happy birthday.
Arthur Lee has something on her mind that we want to jump into, and I really want everybody to listen to this, Sil. Say what you got to say, Arthur Lee.
I want to say that it starts at the lower level. This is my first year being a kindergarten teacher. I came from the central office.
Wow.
And I was forced last year because my job was cut when TEA took over with HISD, and I was forced to go in the classroom. When I tell you I communicate with the parents, I made sure the parents knew, hi, I'm Miss A, your child, your son or daughter in my classroom, and you already know your child is something else. The first time they come in my classroom, and they just laugh. And what I let them know, I'ma love on your child like it's mine, but I'm not finna play that bullshit in my classroom.
That's right.
I did.
So what do we? So you saying that the problems a lot of our kids get to the prison system, and it starts at the little age,
Yes.
at the small age, and what happens is, and I'm gonna say this here, what happens is at that small age, you gotta discipline their ass then. Here's what I've always said. If you don't discipline your kids at a small age, they gonna discipline your ass when you get older. And that's just what it is.
Yeah.
If you don't do it, the world will do it for you.
Huh?
If you don't discipline your kids, the world will discipline your kids
They
for
will
you.
discipline for you. And another thing is, by being on social media, by having these tablets, all of this shit, raising your kids, that ain't the way to go.
Yeah.
You gotta be in your kids' life at all times and teach them something.
Yeah.
And beat their ass. I ain't saying beat them to a pulp like my mama did and my daddy did. They beat me like a motherfucker because I was fucked up.
But did it make you better?
But it made me who I am today.
Exactly. That's right.
And where I'm at today. And what we go back to saying is, in our neighborhoods, we got beat by everybody.
Yeah.
They didn't give a damn. If Miss Adams saw you down the street fucking up, you got your ass whooped by Miss Adams.
Yeah.
She called your grandma, I called my grandma,
Yeah.
and told my grandma, hey, he down here fucking up, I beat his ass, get him when he get down there.
Yeah.
And when I got down there, it was a shoe waiting on me already.
Yeah.
Not a belt, a fucking shoe. A switch or shoe.
Go get your switch.
Hold on, time out. And don't try to go out and get the smallest fucking switch. Don't go get the small. Don't go get the smallest switch to get your. You gonna get your ass beat even harder when you get the right switch. I would say this here. I would never take nothing back from my childhood. I love the way I was raised, even though I got my ass whooped. I love the way I was raised because I was raised right.
Yeah.
I was raised in the church, although that shit don't matter to me no more, and I believe in God and all that. My man got a question. What's up, man?
My question is okay, now, we see that kids are not being raised correctly. What's the difference? What differentiates somebody being raised right, somebody being raised wrong, or somebody not being raised at all?
So he said, So he's saying what's the difference between raised right and raised wrong, or not raised at all?
I got one phrase: being present. You have to be present in your child's life. So that has many levels to it. If you are a present parent and you are in tune with your child and the world, you are going to raise that child right. You don't have a book to read. You have several, but it's inside of you. If you want your child to be something in life, you're going to be present in their life. Even if you don't get along with the husband or the wife or the boyfriend, girlfriend, the baby daddy, baby, whatever you want to label it as, you don't discount the father because you're not getting along with him.
Got it. Yeah.
You don't discount the mother because you're not getting along with him. That child didn't ask to be here. So your purpose is to make sure you're present. Both of you are present in that child's life, no matter what.
So here's what I'm gonna say this here. And hold on before they leave out. Thank you, Coco. Zero. Thank y'all for stopping by.
Lump.
I know this dude right here.
Big boy.
Yeah, I know this dude right here. That's why I'm saying I know you from somewhere, brother. Good seeing you, man. Let's go back to what you're saying, and we also talked about desegregation. Also, segregation played a big part in it too. Whether y'all believe it or not, or know it or not, segregation played a lot to do with a lot of shit.
With the integration? Talking about integration?
Integration.
Yeah, us coming together.
When Dr. King told Harry Belafonte, I think I'm leading my people into a burning house.
Whoa.
When he said, I think I'm leading my people to a burning house, look at where we at now. Back when we were segregated, we was together. We was closer. I said this many a times. We had our own schools. We had our own shops. We had our own grocery stores. We had our own community. Everybody looked out for everybody in the neighborhood. And that's how it was all the way through the 80s. Up until the 90s, that's when we started moving out. When we moved out, and I understand we wanted better lives for our kids, but to what extent did we fuck up our kids by moving out? Greenspoint, whether y'all know it or not, Greenspoint was a white neighborhood back in the day.
It was.
Was one of the nicest neighborhoods back in the day.
Yeah.
But when our black ass found out about Greenspoint, we went out there. It changed the whole trajectory of everything. And you go to Greenspoint Mall right now, it's like 3 stores open in the whole fucking mall.
Yeah.
But am I lying?
No. It's a ghost town.
It's a fucking ghost town at Greenspoint Mall. I just went in there. I shop at Jimmy Jazz. That's a store in there. I shop there, and that's the only Jimmy Jazz it is. It's in Greenspoint. And they got shorts, they got everything.
Yeah. They still got that?
They still got that.
I got to go check it out.
They still got that. And they just took JD's out of there. They took Foot Action Gown, period. They took Champs out of there. So Jimmy Jazz is the only store that's in there that got urban shit, the right shit, and shoes. But what I'm saying is, when you go in that motherfucker, you looking at Greenspoint Mall like, what the fuck happened?
What happened?
I used to work in Greenspoint Mall at Foot Locker as an assistant manager back in 99, 2000.
You sure did. That's why you sure did, dog.
I was there for a while.
You sure, man.
I was there for a while.
I
was there for a while.
Circle.
But what I'm saying is, back in the day, that was one of the top malls in Houston. One of the top malls in Houston was Greenspoint Mall. The other top mall was, well, on the south side? Sharpstown.
Oh, it's going down. It's Little Mexico over there now. Yeah. Oh, shit, it's thriving. It's thriving over there.
Americas.
It's thriving.
But what I'm saying is, But what I'm saying is, our malls like that have died.
Yeah.
They not the same. They don't do that no more.
Yeah, they don't.
And what the Galleria, a Galleria, it's different. We ain't gonna talk about that. We ain't gonna talk about that. But what I'm saying is, when we started moving out to those areas, we fucked it up. I didn't hear you.
Uh-oh, there it is.
Right.
They messed up.
It is.
So she said, listen to me. The whole Katrina thing, and I know we getting off subject a little bit. We're gonna get back to our subject. When Katrina came, they did put a lot of people out there in Greenspoint. And, well, hell, I don't give a damn about New Orleans people. It's just it is what it is. The motherfuckers crazy.
Yeah.
They came to Houston thinking that they could change Houston into New Orleans.
Yeah.
It don't work like that. And like I had to tell one of them, it's just like if I came to your house and put my feet on your fucking coffee table, went in your refrigerator, ate your food without your permission, what you gonna do?
And then talked about you like a dog.
What you gonna do? I say one thing about niggas in Houston, yeah, we laid back, we cool, but don't fucking cross us. Don't start. We the most laid back culture in the United States right here in Houston. We laid back. We jam screw and we chill. We jam zero and we chill. But don't cross us though. And they came down here thinking they can change some shit and changes it, what they were saying, Hugh Orleans. No, motherfuckers, it's Houston. It ain't no Hugh Orleans. This is Houston. Get your mic.
And they would tell you, we want your city to look like ours.
Nah. So one of the things that they found out quick, don't mess with Texas.
Yeah.
Because if y'all don't know, the laws in Louisiana are different from the laws in Houston, in Texas. You can kill somebody in Louisiana and don't nobody testify. In 30 days, they let you off. They thought they can come down here and do that dumb ass shit. Yeah. Nah, motherfucker, the state gonna pick that shit up. You finna go to prison for a minute.
Yeah.
And so what happened was the motherfuckers who didn't want to abide by the rules said, I'm going back home. All right, take your ass back across that water. We cool over here. Yeah. And anybody from over there that wanted to stay over here and get a better life for themselves, stay here. We cool with that shit. But when they sent the motherfuckers out to Greenspoint, out to the southwest side, they fucked up those neighborhoods that was already fucked up. They made it worse than what it already was. And they sent them there to fuck it up even more. And now look at those neighborhoods when they left it behind. Go ahead.
So many thousands of dollars to restart their lives, which, that was a great thing. But I heard so many people complaining about things. They gave them vouchers for thousands of dollars for houses, for apartments, for cars. They didn't even have IDs, okay? And they was just giving them stuff, and they were still complaining about things. That burned me up.
So hold on, before you go. I'm gonna tell you about this. At that time, I was married to my wife. She was from New Orleans. Now, her mom came down right before the storm, and I met other people that was from New Orleans. And they came and made a better life for themselves. Yeah. So I don't fault the ones who wanted to take advantage of what it was. And we argue all the time, they don't treat our people. I say, look at these motherfuckers, they coming down here thinking they can do what they do out there. You can't do that. You cannot do that. Because if we went to, if the shoes would, was switched, and we went to New Orleans and did the shit and tried to change New Orleans, it'd have been a whole motherfucking war.
First 48.
First 48 out there.
You think you're scared, huh?
So what I'm saying is, all they had to do when you come to somebody's spot, abide by their rules. That's it. We wasn't tripping. We embraced motherfuckers. Cause we in Houston, we some embracing motherfuckers.
Yeah.
We embrace everybody that's came here. We got a million motherfuckers that come here every goddamn day, from Chicago, from fucking LA, from Florida. We got motherfuckers that come here every day, and we embrace them.
Yeah. I'm scared of New Orleans. I ain't gonna even lie.
Why you scared of New Orleans?
I don't know what it is. It just, I don't know, man. When I go to New Orleans, I don't stay. I just go and come back.
I'm gonna tell you about what.
I don't know what it is. I get an eerie feeling. I'm sorry.
One thing about New Orleans. New Orleans is fun in the motherfucker if you go to New Orleans.
Yeah.
It's very fun.
Yeah.
You can only stay 2 or 3 days though.
Yeah.
After 2 or 3 days,
Yeah.
nah, I'm good. I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go back.
Yeah.
Well, after day 2, I'm kind of like, I'm like, all right, I'm over this shit.
Smell like urine everywhere I go in that motherfucker.
Fucking Bourbon Street smell like piss.
Smell like
Shit.
Badussy.
God damn.
And I told somebody asked me one time, they like, what's the difference between Bourbon Street and 6th Street? I say vomit and piss.
Yes.
Yeah.
6th Street, yeah, you get a little vomit, you may get a little piss, but it don't smell like that motherfucker the whole way walking down.
I be scared of, man. I'm scared of. I'm sorry.
You scared of New Orleans, man?
I mean, no knock to New Orleans. It just, I don't know what it is. I can go anywhere else in Louisiana, but New Orleans, I be scared and I be looking on my shoulder. I be like, man, these boys.
So for those, they go spear fingers. Hey, it's an inside joke. I'll tell y'all about that shit later.
Black Rambo.
Hey, come on, do this here. When you see him, you gotta do that there. Everybody do this here. Everybody do that right there. So, hey, check this out. So, next year for the cigar conference, PCA will be in New Orleans.
I'ma chill.
We go every year. It was in Las Vegas the past 3 years. We go every year. But this year in New Orleans, and hold on, I'm finna tell you this something. I know we got all off subject. We're gonna get back. This past year in New Orleans in March, Houston represented the hardest.
They did.
In Las Vegas. It was more Houston people in Las Vegas than LA. And LA right down the street.
Yeah.
So imagine it being in New Orleans. It's gonna be
stupid.
The dumbest shit.
Everybody gonna be there except Brady Bar.
Everybody gonna be there except Brady Bar.
I'm gonna go to Baton Rouge. I'm gonna go live in Baton Rouge. I'm gonna drive back down.
So check this out. So me and my boy from Houston Cigar Week, we are getting together, collabing, and we're doing a Houston takeover in New Orleans that weekend. Yeah. So prepare yourself for that weekend. April 11th weekend. I already mark it on your calendars.
On next year.
We are doing a Houston takeover in New Orleans that weekend. Houston represented so hard in Vegas. That we already know in New Orleans, it's shut down. Houston is going to shut the whole fucking city down. And we're going to need everybody there that weekend. Even Brady Bob's scary ass.
Yeah, we gonna get him now.
Need to be there. He'll be all right.
Yeah.
He'll be all right.
I ain't scared, but I'm scared.
This nigga, hold on. This nigga went to Yates High School, and you fucking scared of New Orleans.
New Orleans got some shit going on down there. That's cool. It's something going on. Hey.
You got a hex on you.
Hey, I done been everywhere in the world.
Who done buried your dog?
But the only thing that is just I don't want to deal with New Orleans. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna stay right on 6th Street. I ain't turning no
6th Street.
I mean not 6th Street.
Bourbon
Street. I ain't turning no corner. I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna stay right there.
Hey man,
moving.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, we're gonna have the biggest fucking party. April 11 weekend.
April 11 weekend.
We're gonna have the biggest fucking party, Houston Takeover in New Orleans next year. So y'all get ready for that.
I'm gonna come though. I'm gonna come.
I know you are.
Come.
I know you're gonna. I'm doing the podcast now.
I'm coming.
I'm doing the
Come by
podcast.
your house and pick you up.
We're doing the
I'ma come
podcast.
pick you
now.
up.
Man, we got all our subject. We started talking about New Orleans and going down a rabbit hole and shit like that. That's what I like about this show. I like that we can talk about other shit. Although we on the subject about some serious shit, we can talk about that. But I forgot what the fuck we talking about now.
We was talking about the children.
Okay.
Thank you, honey.
Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess.
These can't be the kids
hold on,
that
who
we
would've
was talking
thought-
about, though.
Hold on. That was our class. Now, our class on. Now, oh, Lord. Now,
Grab the microphone.
End of the road.
I was
End of the road.
from what's the goddamn movie? The woman's movie. Waiting to Exhale. What's that? Shoe.
I know you lying.
Shoot.
That was not y'all class.
Oh, that was ghetto as hell.
Nah, it wasn't that.
I'm about to say, bro.
That cat was ghetto ass.
Nah, it was the other one. It was the other one Whitney Houston sang on there from that movie though.
No, that's for graduation.
Nah, it was
graduation.
Nah. It was a graduation song. I forgot what it was, but
I
yeah.
remember how it was.
But we really wanted to sing Life. That's the song we really wanted, but they wouldn't let us do it. But anyway.
Yeah.
But nah, man. So our children of the future, they fucked up. We know that. What do we do to make them unfucked up?
Whoop their ass. Shit, we need to bring back. We need to have a petition.
Bring it back.
A petition right now. Whooping ass. Who want to whoop ass?
No, I think
That's what we need to do.
we all need to move back to the hood.
That part.
Uh-oh.
And get money to build it up.
And
Because
build our own
the only way
neighborhood
they
back
put
up.
money into black neighborhoods is gentrification.
So y'all
Okay.
want us to give up
So we
our
need to do it
central air
ourselves.
and get a fan in the window.
The idea of going back and taking over the hood is to make it better.
I don't
you
mind.
take
Hey,
grandma's
hey.
house that ain't got central
I'm finna-
air and heat and you put it in there.
I'm gonna tell you this here. I grew up with the fan in the goddamn window.
Yeah.
I grew up with the motherfucking screen though that you punched out and grandma got mad and whooped your ass for punching the motherfucking screen out. I grew up like that.
Pop,
I
I'm
had a water cooler where you had to pour the water in the air conditioner
gonna say this, Pop.
and crank them up.
I'm gonna say this. So I was back in Fifth Ward, Texas, and I was hanging out with my guys, and they was talking about if they was born again. Hey, I want to be back in Fifth Ward. I said, shit, hold on, not me. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I was born again, I want to be in River Oaks.
I know how.
I want to know how it feel to go on a summer vacation and not taking them food stamps to the store and all that. So get what they told me. Cumbo, you been around them white folk too long.
No, but here, come on. I'm finna say this, sir. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that when we were in the hood, our schools thrived, our grocery stores thrived, all our businesses thrived back then. And I know we wanted better, and we wanted to live better, but at the end of the day, to what extent do we lose ourselves and wanting to be out there. Go ahead, Arthur Lee. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Arthur Lee. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, it's one thing to want better and move back to the hood, but I'm gonna go back to something that y'all picked up on earlier. The discipline. You said if you're in sports, it teaches you discipline. It teaches you how to be flexible. It teaches you how to adjust. When you have administration at these schools that don't have a disciplinary plan in action for these kids, so they know they can fuck up in the classroom.
Yeah.
On a kindergarten level, to where they're acting a plum fool, and the principal don't do nothing about it. Oh, send them to the office to do what? Walk around the school, and do what? Go back to the classroom after what? An hour and a half. So when you have these principals who don't want you talking to these parents, because when they knew that I was talking to the parents, oh, Miss A, don't talk to the parents. Why not? So it's like, where do we go from there? These parents have to still stick with the teachers and communicate with the teachers because these principals are not doing nothing. So this upcoming school year, I don't know if people understand what's really going on with the NES takeover, TEA takeover of these HISD schools that was passing or forced to go into the NES system. However, if we do not stand up for these kids, be present in these kids' lives and let them know there's consequences to your actions, we are doomed. Because these kids don't know. I'm a mitigation specialist, so I work on cases where kids are 14, 15 years old robbing ATM machines. Get these kids off these games. Let these kids go outside and play. Let them understand they can't come in and out the house and you running my AC. It's going outside. So, yeah, we grew up in a certain way. However, how can we bring that back into our lives, into our households now, to where we holding these parents accountable, but parents working 3 or 4 jobs?
I'm going to say this up. And bottom line, these parents are pussies.
They didn't get their ass whooped.
Listen to me.
They do.
Listen to me. These parents are pussies. And I say that because I don't know too much stuff going outside. I don't want them. You don't know if it's and it sounds crazy, or it may sound just bad. But whatever God has for you, it's going to happen. If it happened outside your door or it happened at school, I'm just saying. You got to instill in your kid and put in your kid enough, teach them enough to know and trust them to know what to do in life. And if you want them to go outside, you got to trust them to know, hey, don't go here and don't go there. Stay right in here. And that's what we don't do as parents. We don't trust our kids enough because we don't trust ourselves.
You remember when we was growing up, we used to stay in the house. Our big sister, oldest brother used to keep us. And you don't go outside. Mama and them say don't go outside. And we obeyed. You know what I'm saying? One thing I noticed when we was growing up, our mom and daddy just say, I brought you to this world and I do what?
Take you out.
Take you out. See, they ain't taking kids' ass out like that. We was the last of the Mohicans got our ass toe up.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what it is. Discipline. And then, because they can call CPS and all that bullshit. No. Sit your bitch ass down and get this ass whooping like you're supposed to get and listen to what mom and them say. But the mamas and daddies didn't get their ass whooped. We the last ones. The 90s babies, the 70s babies.
Damn. That's why you scared. I see why you scared to go.
Damn, nigga.
We the
dropped the
last
mic.
ones. We the last ones. We the last ones. of it.
Go ahead. Go. What's the question?
Yeah.
So, so his question is, babies having babies, 15 years old, 14-year-old, 13-year-old, whatever. How they gonna be a parent when they still a kid? Anybody want to answer that?
It's more prevalent now because, abortion is abolished. But it's unfortunate that you have more teen pregnancies and you don't have anybody because their mom is out in the club or the grandmothers are in the club or doing their thing. So basically, the teenager is left on their own. You do have programs that still put in place, but they're not going to programs to try to find out how to be a parent because they don't know how to be a teenager themselves. They're trying to still go out and party, but they have a baby. So that's a hard question to answer. But if you don't have a strong role model to look up to after you get pregnant, they're pretty much left on their own. That's what I'm saying.
Village.
You should. But if they don't have, like he said, if they don't have that person to look up to or to turn to, they pretty much are stuck.
So
like Pop was saying,
go
though,
ahead.
we don't have a village no more.
Because parents tell these kids, parents say, don't discipline my child, don't talk to my child.
Don't talk to my child.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't hit my child.
That's right.
And they not worrying about what you telling them. You trying to tell them something right. They get offended. And they don't. So most of the young parents, they don't know what's right.
We was raised by our grandparents. Everybody in there was raised by their great grandmother or their grandparents.
So I'm gonna say this, Sam.
That's what it is.
I was a teenage dad. I was 17 when my son was born. I ain't know shit about being a father or a dad. I ain't know nothing about that. But one thing about it, I did my best to try.
Yeah.
And be there. I had people to help me. I know to this day, a lot of shit my son still, he for the longest when my son was a kid, he always wanted me and his mom to be together. And I get it. Every kid wants that. Every kid wants their parents to be together. But when he was about 7 or 8, I had to sit him down and tell him, son, that shit ain't gonna never happen.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing against your mom. Yeah. Nothing against that. It's just that I'm here and she there. We'll never get back that way. So you need to grow up and get over that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he got it, he understood it, and he moved on with his life. And when she needed me to be there, I was always there when she needed me the most.
Pop, that's the key. You was in his life still, even though you and the mama wasn't together. You took responsibility of being the father of that baby. Today, I'm gonna go make another baby somewhere.
I'm gonna say this to him. When my son was 13, he was going to Fleming Middle School. He was fucking up. He was in 5th Ward. He grew up in 5th Ward till he was 14. He was fucking up. His mom called me one day and said, hey, I was at work. Hey, you need to come get him. I said, what'd he do? He bucked up to me and bucked up to his grandmother. I'll be right there. I left work Went straight over there. My son stayed off Crane at the time, in the duplexes back there. Stayed over there. I went over there, him and his little friends. I pull up, they sitting on the car. I walk right up to him. What the fuck is your problem? He looked at me, he said, boldly, you my problem. I punched him so fucking hard in his fucking chest like a grown ass man.
That's right. Goddamn right.
And when I say I beat his ass like a grown ass man,
Supposed to.
I beat him like a grown man. Afterwards, I told him, I'm going to tell you the reason why I did what I did to you. I did that because, and I let up. I say, because these niggas out in the street ain't going to let up on you.
Oh, lame.
The police ain't going to let up on you.
Yeah.
I let up on you. I say, them little niggas that you with ain't by shit. And I told them little niggas, if y'all want to jump in, I'm going to whoop your ass too. And what they did, they stood there, set their ass on that car.
Yeah, they did.
The whole time. After that, my son graduated from Fleming. He's supposed to go to Wheatland. Nah, you ain't going to Wheatland. No. I'm staying in Milan. You finna go to Bel Air. Went to Bel Air, changed his whole fucking life. Fast forward to he turned about 21, 22. He came to my house one time and say, hey, Dad. He called me, said, Dad, you at home? Yeah, I'm at home. He said, I'm finna come over. Came over. We sat in my garage. He said, Dad, I want to thank you.
Thank you, yes.
I say, for what? That time you whooped my ass? He said, you remember them 3 guys that was on the car with me? Yeah. 2 of them in jail, 1 dead.
Yeah.
When I say this shit is real,
Real.
this shit is real.
Well, that's what I go back to saying you were present. Even though you weren't in the home and you weren't getting along with the baby's mother, you still was present, and he knew you were present. And it took that particular instance for him to understand my daddy is
And I'm going to tell you this right now today, I got one of the best sons in the fucking world.
Yeah.
Now, we may not see eye to eye all the time, but nigga, you a grown-ass man. I'm grown, too. You do what you do. You got a child of your own. You raise your child the way you feel what's best for you. See, one of the things about parenting, when you raise your kids and teach your kids, you got to entrust what you put in them.
When they go out in this world.
When they go out in the world.
Yeah.
Because if not, you'll be sitting there worried and calling them all the motherfucking time. Ain't no way to do that. Ain't no way to live. I trust my kids because I felt like I instilled what I instilled in them. They mothers are good mothers. I never downplay neither one of my kids' mother. I never downplay them. They did what they did, and they did a good fucking job. And I thank them for that because they were there the whole fucking time. I was there some of the time. But what I'm saying is, all the shit I instilled them and they still instilled in them, you got to believe and you got to trust that you did a good job as a parent, that you instilled the right thing in your kids so when they go out into the world, they not fucking up. And that's the problem with some parents. They still believe, oh, let me check on my baby. Nah, they motherfucking 25, 26 years old.
Yeah.
You got to trust them. And you got to trust what you did. You did your part. You can't take that shit back. But that's parents that know that they fucked up. I didn't do a good job. I did a damn good job. And I'm a sleep every motherfucking night knowing I did my part. It's your time to know what you did. Anybody got to say something after that? What you got to say, Lee?
I think what it boils down to, and we've all been saying it, is the family structure. when my dad whooped my ass like you whoop your son ass. And I didn't really understand it until I got older.
Yeah.
But I was fortunate to go back to my high school, Milby, and coach our state championship team in 2004. And what I loved about that team is every player had a mom and a dad there. We had no problems with them. We went 39-0. I mean, it was just a beautiful. I miss the parents just as much as I miss the players. So, and I think a lot of times we as men, we have to go for our success, because the more successful we are, the more we can expose our kids to things. And if they see better, then maybe they'll do better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm finna say? I'm finna say this to 'em. You know what's fucked up in our culture? What's going on with us right now? When Big Mama died, ooh.
Yeah.
When Big Mama died,
Yeah. Yeah. Say it, man.
the whole fucking family died.
Died. Yes.
That was the glue.
Because Big Mama was the glue.
Yeah.
I can remember as a kid every Sunday being at Big Mama house,
Having Sunday dinner.
having Sunday dinner, and everybody was there.
Yeah.
Every Sunday
Every fucking Sunday.
Yeah.
Big Mama was the glue.
was a glue.
When she died, my grandmother passed away in 1992. When she passed away, 1991, I'm sorry, 1991. When she passed away, my family went like this. And everybody went their own way. We were never the same. And the only time we was the same was when somebody else died in the family. Yeah. Then we try to get together and be happy and, and all that. Nah, fuck that. I'm telling everybody right now, everybody on camera, everybody in the audience, if you got to be that glue to your family, be that glue to your family.
That's right.
Because that's what's missing in our black families.
Community, yes.
Because ain't nobody to glue no more. Don't nobody bring us all together no more unless it's a fucking funeral.
And now that tear up families.
It turned our family. I'm going to tell you why it turned our families. The reason why it turned our family because everybody expected something.
Yeah.
Somebody wants some money.
Yeah. What they left me.
My best friend passed away in March. I didn't know. I still don't know if he left me something or not, and I don't give a fuck about it because that ain't my friendship with him. I love my boy because I love my boy. It wasn't about no money. But when the shit happened and he had the insurance, everybody was looking for the insurance money. My boy stayed with me to his death. I got another little house at my house that he stayed in. Until his death, he stayed with me. I didn't ask for shit because that was my nigga.
Yeah.
And I looked out for him.
Yeah.
And when he died, all these people came from everywhere. Where the fuck was y'all when he was in my house?
Yeah.
Where the fuck was y'all when he
had
needed
to
his
go
cell
to the-
phone bill paid?
When he had to go to the emergency room.
When
where
he had
was
to go
y'all?
to the emergency room,
Yeah.
where y'all was at when he needed help with his groceries? Because my boy, he died, he was 500 pounds. He was a big nigga.
Yeah.
He could barely move. But where was all these people when he needed help? They was at the funeral. They was crying, but this nigga needed help when he was alive. True story. One night I left here. This was right before he passed, like a week or two before he passed. I get home, my brother took him home. I get home, my boy, like I say, he 500 pounds. He got out the car and fell. Couldn't get up. It took me and my brother to get him up, to put him on a walker, to walk him in the house. Where these motherfuckers at when this nigga falling on the ground? And then on top of that, 3 days later, my wife found him on the ground, on the floor in the other house.
Damn.
Found him on the floor, needing help. Called the police, called the ambulance to come get him. But yet still, when he passed away, and here's another thing. I'm going to tell you another thing about it. I ain't going to say black folks. You know what I'm going to say? Niggas. I'm going to say another thing with niggas. He wasn't even died. He wasn't even dead yet. And motherfuckers are already posting R.I.P. when he passed away, right before he passed away. You want that much attention, and you want to be the first motherfucker to say R.I.P. and he ain't even dead yet. Niggas do nigga shit. Yeah. And that's some nigga ass shit that you do when you want attention and you need attention. I love my boy to this day. I ain't never expressed that. I ain't never told nobody that shit. I'm telling y'all that now. I'm telling people that now on this show. It was fucked up, his passing. I was in the room when he died. I ain't never seen nobody die. The first motherfucking person I saw die was my boy. And he got treated like a nigga from some nigga-ass people. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But all I'm saying is, you right. You right on how niggas do when somebody died. They ready for money. They ready to see what they can cash in and get. And I said, when he died, give out whatever money he got, whatever insurance he got, give it to his son and let his son. He got one kid. Let his son deal with that shit. I got out of it. I don't want no parts of it. Even when they told me what I think about pulling the plug, that ain't my call. That ain't my call. I'm not gonna pull a plug because that ain't what I'm finna do. But once again, it's a difference between black folks and niggas. Niggas gonna do that type of nigga shit. Yeah. Black folks gonna think strategically before they do something. And that's all I gotta say about that. I'm sorry, y'all.
But
go
Pop,
ahead.
you know what you just said? That's how people think in the real world. You ain't got to die. Say, my sister, I love her to death. A nigga. Straight nigga. Only time, now, shit. When she called me, I hate to say it, God damn. She needs something. She wants something. And the nigga so cold, she don't call, hey, brother, how you been? How my niece is doing? How your wife doing? That nigga get straight to the point. Hey, you got $100? Yeah. And I love her, so I get straight to the point. No. No. I know you got it. So now I done got to the point, yeah, I got it. But you ain't gonna get it. And she got a man living in a house with her. Shit.
Hell no.
So she called me one time. I'm hungry. We hungry. I say, oh, we all your kids grown. Oh, I don't even know a boyfriend name. That's how I try to forget that nigga.
Hey, God damn.
I say, man, let me tell you something, man. I'll take y'all down and fill out some applications. Oh, well, we got some. No, nigga. If you ain't trying to get no job, I ain't trying to help you.
But I have a question.
Go ahead.
So we as black folks, we don't talk about wills. I've been around a lot of billionaire white folks. They have wills in place. they sit there and they wait on they folks to die.
Yeah.
But they have the will in place. They know who gonna get money. They already know this, but black folks don't talk about that. We think we gonna live forever. So when do you talk about with your kids, hey, when I die, this is the will, this go to this person, this go to this person. So when do y'all start talking about that?
Man, I ain't leaving my kids shit.
And
I'm gonna tell
that's
you the truth.
And that's what we need to start talking about as people. Like, and I hate talking about death.
Yeah. But it has to happen.
But it has to happen because none of us is going to be here. None of us going to be here. I mean, that's a guaranteed thing. You're going to be black and you're going to die.
Oh, you're going to pay taxes.
And you're going to pay taxes.
I wanted to tell a story about when, you said the grandmothers are the nucleus or, the matriarchs.
Keep talking. Don't look at me. I'm going to
Okay. But my grandmother passed away, and she had a son. He didn't talk to his mom for 27 years. And when she died, my mom had already, passed away 2 years before her. When she died, he thought that he could step up and just take over everything. Him and his children had not visited my grandmother at all for 27 years. He did not even call her.
Dang.
And they wanted to fight over cast iron skillets. They wanted to fight over couch coverings. Just petty bullshit. Instead of saying, I miss my mama, break down, I should have did this for my mama, anything, they nitpicking, talking about, well, where's the life insurance? What, she had stuff buried. Your grandmother, this, that, and the other. And never had no respect for anything in that house, nothing. They just started grabbing stuff like roaches. And I understand what you're saying about when death happens, roaches, they scramble. I'm telling you, I could not believe that man came there saying all of what he had to say, cussing everybody out. Y'all don't run. That was my mama. That was my mama. But didn't even speak to her for 27 years? And that was some nigga shit. That was some nigga shit right there. 27 years not talking to your mama?
Yeah.
And when she died, you think you're entitled to everything in the house.
So here's the thing about that. And my mama in the hospital right now. And I spent the whole day with her yesterday. And spent some time with her today. And for those who mama haven't been sick and been laying in the bed or so for those who have lost their mothers, and my condolences to you. But to see your mama laying in a hospital bed, it's one of the most fucked up shit ever. Ever. And just to see her there, helpless, almost, it hurts my heart. And I had to go back to the hospital. She's in the same hospital my best friend died in. And every time I walk through those fucking doors, I feel it.
Yeah.
And I've been dealing with that for the past 3 days of my mother being in this hospital that my best friend passed in. And he just passed in March of this year. I'm speechless on it, man. Like it hurts. It hurts me every time I walk into that building, and I think about that, and I think about, is this gonna be my mama's last time that I see her in here? And your mama, man, that's all you got, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I love my dad. I love him. But my mama, and I'm gonna say this on camera. My stepdad, she been married to for 30-some years. And I'm telling y'all a lot of shit. And my stepdad ain't the best nigga in the world. He done ran my mama down for 30-some years. My mama's so fucking religious, and she believe in God so much, and I get it. I get it. She believe in stand by her man through thick and thin, death do you part, and all that shit. And hold on, I got you. But I have to tell her sometime, at what point are you just gonna say fuck it? And you gotta wanna leave, and you gotta wanna be away from that shit. And I told her, I said, Mom, you believe in the Bible, you read the Bible, you believe in God and all that, but God also said, don't be no fool. Stop being a fool behind a nigga that's running you down. One of my goals for doing what I'm doing now, this business, is to take my mama on a trip. My mama never flown before. I think the furthest my mama ever been was probably Oklahoma. But it's my goal. And I promised her, my mama take you to Vegas, and I'm gonna give you $1,000 to just play the fucking slots all motherfucking day. All you want. That's my goal. And when she get out this hospital, I'm finna start saving it, claim it. I'm gonna take her on a flight to Vegas and let her just play until she can't play no motherfucking more. Because my mama love the fucking slot machines. She go to these fucking corner stores.
Yeah.
And I have to tell her sometimes, hey mama, you gotta chill out on this shit because you spending unnecessary money and calling me to replace that shit. But I love my mama though, because that's all I got. And at the end of the day, if me and my wife separate, divorce, or whatever, I know who still love me.
Yeah, you got your mama.
I know who still love me unconditionally. I know I'm fucked up. I ain't gonna lie about it. I got some fucked up ways. I do some fucked up shit every once in a while. But I know that lady, Donna Mae Haskett Richardson, I know she love me. And I know she love me unconditionally. I'm sorry, man. I'm just going on about my life. Let's go.
Pop, my grandmother, she was that glue. And right now today, I be doing stuff, and I know I don't supposed to be doing. Guess who voice I hear, Pop?
Yeah.
I know.
I hear Big Mama.
I know. I hear
Eddie
Big Mama
Jane,
voice too.
Eddie Jane, now you know you gonna get in trouble if you do.
Man.
Eddie Jane, now you know you wasn't raised like this. Eddie James, you ain't been tested retarded. You know, I hear right now, and she whooped me. Well, she whooped us with a stitching cord. I'm talking about whips and everything.
Yeah.
And right now today, my brother, he ain't like it. But I told her, I said, nigga, she wasn't whooping our ass because we making our A's, or she wasn't whooping our ass because we were coming in the house on time. We earned that ass whooping. But I thank her for it.
So when my grandmother moved from Shreveport, her and my grandfather, they moved to the Kelly Court.
Where?
The Kelly Court.
Say it loud.
Motherfucking Kelly Court, nigga. That's where my family started off at. Fifth Ward, Kelly Court. And then they moved to Cadman Gardens. So I am a Fifth Ward product in blood, through and through. And I can still, my grandmother been dead now for 32 years.
Yeah.
And I can still hear her voice
Yeah.
when I do some fucked up shit. And when I say Big Mama is the key and the glue to our families, she is. But which one of us is going to be the Big Mama in our families now? Somebody got to step up in your family to be that Big Mama.
I want to say this real quick.
Go ahead.
I just want to thank God for my family because my grandmother was blind. She didn't get to see a lot of her, grandkids or whatever. But even after, even after she passed and a lot of the other matriarchs passed in our family, the first cousins and, we managed to still, like me and a lot of my cousins that I grew up with, we pull up. We go to the family functions. We didn't disperse. So I'm very grateful, and I'm thankful that and I ain't saying my family is not perfect by no measure. I got niggas in my family for sure. I'm one of them, but sometimes, no, but I mean, because I couldn't chime in when people was talking about, being raised by their grandmother and, and stuff like that, or even just having, that kind of havoc in their family. Because, again, I done seen my mom and her sister fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, my mom and daddy used to fight. I'm not saying that it was perfect, but we always found a way to stay connected. And, just sitting here hearing people saying that they had to deal with the nigga shit. I got family members that call me because they think I'm rich because I lived in New York. Mm-hmm. So they think I got money. And they would call me, so I deal with all of that. But at the end of the day, when the rubber meets the road, and we don't get together just when somebody die. You know what I'm saying? If we can celebrate somebody getting a new pinky toenail. We didn't care. When I lived in New York, people used to ask me, why you don't go home for the holidays? We didn't need a holiday to celebrate. We don't got no holiday traditions. We celebrated any and everything that we could. So I'm just thankful, for my family.
All right, I'm going to say this, because we about to wrap up. First of all, I want to thank everybody for being on the panel. So, I want to talk about what we're going to talk about next week. And first of all, I'm looking at the camera because it's somebody special I want to say this to. I ain't saying no names, but I do apologize for lying. I lied about something, and I shouldn't have. And it hurt me that I did it, and I shouldn't have done it, but I did, and I had no reason to do it. But with that being said, next week, we need to be back next Wednesday. This is the last Wednesday, then we're going to go back to Thursday. I do apologize. It's 4th of July next Thursday. It's 4th of July next Thursday. I don't. So that's why we not, I mean, ain't nobody going to be here. Everybody going to fucking Essence and all that other shit.
New Orleans.
Everybody going to New Orleans for that. So
I ain't going.
So what I want to talk about next Wednesday, and then after that we go back to regular. Then we go back to regular schedule on Thursdays. What I want to talk about next Wednesday is why do we lie? Why do we lie? Because I've lied. I'm not proud of it, but I have. And it hurt somebody, and it hurt me that I did. So next week, we're going to talk about why do we lie? What's the reason behind it? And if you want to be a part of this, trust me, you want to be a part of it. So, why? No, Nay. Nay. Nay, you got to be a part of this. Next Wednesday, I need you here. Because I got 2 co-hosts now. That's funny than a motherfucker. Both of them. And I need both of y'all here. Because y'all help carry this thing on. Arthur Lee, you good back there?
I'm good.
You good? You want to talk about lying next week?
Yeah, let's talk about some motherfucking lying.
So for y'all don't know, Arthur Lee has been coming for the past 3 weeks. And we have started adopting her as one of us in the den. So she'll be around a lot more. So you'll hear a bunch of bullshit and lying around here. So, for sure. But next week, that's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about why do we lie.
So we're going to swap lies next week.
And we're going to swap a lot of lies next week.
We're going to swap lies.
So next Wednesday, if you guys could be here next Wednesday, even if you want to be on next Wednesday, I need y'all on here, and we're going to talk. And like I said, a lot of times we have a subject, but we go down rabbit hole on something else too, and that's just what it is. That's just conversation. That's just how conversations start. Yeah. And that's just what we do here on Big Stick Energy. So next week, anybody else got anything to say before we leave? Get it off your heart. Get it off your chest. If you got something to say, Terrence, what the fuck you got to say?
I want to say that James Madison is one of the greatest schools.
Hey, Cunningham. Say what you got to say, bro. Come on. You got a mic? Let me see a mic. Let me see. Let me see a mic. You can sit right there and look at that camera.
All right. My name is Freddie Lyons. What I'm about to say is probably something that everybody know, but it has something a lot to do with what was discussed here on the panel. And it talk more so about the nation or about our kids, and it's written in the Bible. Most church people, they've been to church, they have a little bit of a church background, know that a people perish because of a lack of knowledge. So I think that our parents, they did their best, but a lot of times they wasn't really prepared. They didn't really prepare the future, prepare kids for the future as best as they could because of the lack of knowledge. So the next generation that's raising the next generation, our generation that's raising the next generation, have to acquire more knowledge so that they can be as, let's say a sign in the road, or let's say a sign in the road, so they can be able to direct the future into the way that they should go. So I think that the problem is more so about systematic institutions that we have in America that's leading the kids in the wrong direction also. And in order to combat the systematic problems that we have within the institutions, we have to create institutional solutions. So that's all I'm gonna say.
I appreciate you. Hey, you gonna come back next week, bro?
Indeed.
All right, come back next week. What's
God
your name
willing.
again?
God willing.
What's your name?
I'm Freddie.
Freddie? Thank you, Freddie.
Appreciate
Thanks for
you,
coming
brother.
through, bro.
Indeed.
You're always welcome to be on this at any
appreciate
time,
it.
brother.
I appreciate it.
We need more brothers like you.
Indeed.
All right.
Indeed.
Appreciate
I just
you.
didn't want to impose because I feel like I'm like a vampire. Not so much, but I have to be invited for me to come in.
You're
You know what I'm
invited.
saying? All right, brother.
You're invited.
Appreciate it.
All right. Next Wednesday, don't forget, Freddie. All right. So, next week, we're going to talk about why do we lie? What's the reason behind the lies? And that's men and women, because we all lie. Shit, your parents lied to you when you was a kid.
Yeah.
Told you Santa Claus is real. And knowing he wasn't real. So, So we're gonna talk about that. Eddie, you got something to say before we go? Anybody else? We good? What you got to say before we go?
Go Cowboys.
I like that. I like that. We're gonna keep that.
Hey, we gonna have this birthday drink for
Birthday
Miss Pam.
drink.
Let's toast.
Hey, everybody put your drinks up for Pam. Hey, hey, hold on. I want to say this here before we start. Pam, we love you. We thank you. You're such a blessing to us, being around us, and you've been such a great person to all of us in the den. Hey, cups up to Pam. Toast it up. Happy birthday, Pam. Put them down. Let's go. So once again, we want to thank y'all for tuning in to Big Stick Energy. I want to thank my panel. I want to thank my guests. I want to thank my man Freddie for coming over and saying a little something. Freddie gonna be back with us next week when they talk about line. Also, we want to thank our sponsors, Brock Brand, Quad Houston, and the Den Cigar Lounge for putting this shit together for us, man. I want to thank y'all from the bottom of our heart. It's another great show. Another success to what we're doing. And also, go to IG, Big Stick Energy, HTX, and go to YouTube, Big Stick Energy Podcast, and subscribe to Big Stick Energy. We're going to bring more shit to you, unraw, uncut, just how it is. And once again, I love y'all, man. I thank y'all for everything y'all have done. Coco, we thank you for being around. We know you here. Little sis, I thank you.
Coco on California time.
Little sis, I thank you for everything. Hey, once again, I got all the energy and I got the big stick. We're going to holler at you next week. Big Stick Energy. Thanks.
All right.